$100, you know, the $100 bill's cool. 100 pennies, not so cool. Hanny was number 100, that was okay. 100 years ago is a long time. 100 miles an hour is really fast. 100 bikini girls would be amazing. 100 wins is awesome. Yeah, like if I had to think about it, like you know, like last year we had, I think we had our 200th win or something like that, and like for me, like it kind of happened so fast that, well, not really fast, but like we just didn't pay attention to it, and then we had like 100 wins a long time ago, and I never thought, I'm like, you know, that's kind of weird, like I wonder what it is, and we looked and it was, I want to say when we finally decided to like track it, it was like 123 or something like that. I'm like, wow, that's a lot, you know, like we should keep track of that. So like every year or so, we'd write it all down, and I noticed it because like NASCAR makes a big deal when a guy wins 100 events or whatever, and we had never really done that. And then the 200 thing was pretty big, and then I think Erica or somebody broke it down and figured out that we had, I think it was 99 outdoor wins, and we're like, holy, you know, that's a lot too. So then all of a sudden, last week at Elsinore when Blake won, that was our 100th outdoor win. I didn't look at it. I thought somebody, because they had the list the other day, I think it was Ricky, and then Villapoto was second, I think. And I don't know that. I'd never truthfully counted it myself, so it's either Villapoto or Carmichael. Loss for a championship was probably just a couple years ago with Porcel. You know, that was because I thought he had it, you know, and that we messed up the year before, and you know, we had an engine go at Southwick, and then that made it really close, and then Dungey came on really strong last couple of races, and we lost the championship. And so the next year, you know, we worked really hard to try to make sure none of that stuff happened, and then, you know, he had I think it was like a 52 point lead, and you know, then I think he crashed out at Unadilla. He crashed and hit his head. Won the next moto, but we lost 25 there, and then going into the last round at Paula, and you know, like he's typically a pretty safe, cautious rider, and he just, you know, crashed and thought, all right, get up, you know, and then his shoulder was just shot, so it was over. Oh, I don't think it's way better or way less or something, but it's very important. I mean, it's obviously, you know, like I said, I mean, he had to work really hard for it, and he was kind of like, you know, the lone man out there, kind of pounding out laps doing it. So that's nerve-wracking a little bit, you know. In the past, like I said, even last year where we were, you know, we were first, second, and third, and it got to the point where fourth couldn't win the championship. Then I thought, all right, that's awesome, stress off, you know, whoever wins, it's up to them, you know, I don't care, but at least we're going to win. So that was an easy feeling. And then, you know, the years of RV, you know, they were great. Like that one year when RV and Townley had that scraps, that was an unreal year too, because it would be one guy would win first moto, one guy would win second moto, and they'd be second, and you're like, and then you'd ride back on the mule with them, you know, and one guy's mad and one guy's happy, and then the next moto the other guy's mad and then he's happy, and you're like, okay. And they became such really good friends that they'd sit back, you know, right after the race and talk about it. Man, what about that one spot? You almost hit me, you know. But they were really cool to each other. It was fun. There's a lot of good memories with all these guys. Well, 250 would be next, because I think we're at 225 or 226. So probably 250. That's quite a few. And then 300, but man, that's a long way off. It's like a few years. It's a long way. I don't know how long. It's always more competitive. It's always harder to do it. You know, there's other teams are trying hard too. They're spending an awful lot of money. So you just gotta do your job and then keep good riders on the bikes and always try to build, you know, better equipment for them and motivate them.